Yes, I know that joy can feel dangerous when you're conditioned to pain, but love isn't a trick. Happiness is not a setup, and some things are simply here to stay.
Elevate with Monique. Elevate. Elevate with Monique. Elevate.
Hey, sis. Welcome back to another episode of Gracefully Elevating with Monique. And I am your hostess, of course, Monique. And I want to first of all say welcome to the channel. If you are new to this channel, you are in the right place. If you are someone who is looking for ways, strategies, and a community to support you as you are elevating your life, because that is what we do here. Now, if you are returning to the channel, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for sharing some time. Now, I want to get right into the topic for today because, it is so good. And this one is being afraid to be happy because you're always thinking that something bad is going to happen. Oh, how many people can resonate with this? I know I can. I used to be the person that would almost damn near sabotage the good things around me in some cases because I was so conditioned to the bad things happening. And I always felt like it was too good to be true if it lasted too long. But the reality is that all of that was based off of my trauma mindset. The way that I moved, the fear that I had, the ways that I would want to sabotage because I was afraid that it was a little bit too good to be true. It was a result of the trauma that I had experienced and not healed in my life. So I have a couple of things for you to consider. Number one is that trauma tells you joy is temporary, and that is not true. True lasting joy actually doesn't even come from happiness. It comes from an internal space, right? When you cultivate joy, you know that sometimes things might not go the way you want it to. Sometimes they may not turn out the way that you want to, but nothing is an accident. It is all a setup. So if it's a rejection, then it's just a realignment. It's realigning you to something more strategic and more purposeful for your life. You don't have to lean to the trauma and let that be a deception that joy is not possible or that it won't last, because it is not true. Trust me, I know. The second thing is bracing for impact steals your present peace. Not only does it steal your present peace, but when you're bracing for impact all the time, then what are you going to receive? Something to impact from, something to respond to. It's almost like when you are driving, right? And you see the car behind you and you see that they're coming a little bit too fast and you know that they might just hit you. And so you brace yourself because you are expecting them to hit you. But when you do that, all you do is continue to create the trauma responses. You are telling yourself, see, I told you it was too good to be true. Leaning into peace says, you know what? If this thing happens, then it happens. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of my story. God still has purpose for me. And I know that if this thing happens, it happened for a reason. So, God, what is the reason? What is the lesson that I need to learn? Okay. So, don't brace yourself for negative impacts. Brace yourself for trust. Brace yourself for peace. Brace yourself for good things to find you and align with who you are. And then the last thing is that you are worthy of joy, sis. And it doesn't always have to come with consequences. You can be in a joyful state. You can be happy. You can be at peace without always thinking that something is going to ruin that for you. When you think a certain way, then you receive certain things. If you're thinking about the negative all the time, that's what you're going to receive. I'm challenging you to start thinking about things from a different perspective. If you have joy in your life right now, if you have peace in your life right now, don't worry about what could come down the pipe. None of us know what's going to come down the pipe, honestly. We can't predict the future. Only God knows what's going to happen from day to day. Be present in that moment. Be grateful in that moment, expressing gratitude. God, I thank you for this moment of peace. I thank you for this moment of joy. I thank you that you allow me to experience this right now, regardless of what may happen in the future. Thank you for right now. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. I always have a question. I want you to ask yourself, what is holding you back because you are afraid that it won't last? Are you holding yourself back from that relationship or receiving love? Are you holding yourself back from going for that promotion because you're afraid of rejection? What's holding you back right now? And the activity that I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think about the things that are holding you back from experiencing this level of peace and this level of joy. And I want you to write them down. And then I want you to recall, when is the last time that I actually felt joy? When was the last time that I felt it? I leaned into it, I owned it, I held it tightly. And then I want you to write that down. I want you to revisit those times when you felt that joy, when you felt that peace. When you start to fall back into the habit of thinking that things are going to be bad and they're going to turn out bad, go revisit that time or those times when you felt joy. I promise you, you will start to condition yourself to let go of those thoughts that something's always going to happen. If you enjoyed this content and you want more content like this, please don't hesitate. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon so you get notified when content like this drops. I have prayed for you and I am so excited to invite you into the community. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.